Now, can you just help us understand? That's a big title: Atmospheric Sensitivity and Validation Study of the Variable Terrain Radio Parabolic Equation Model. What is, sir? And I have to excuse me for asking this, but what is VTRPE?
It is a sub-program, a computer program within the Radio Frequency Mission Planner system that's key to battlefield operations. It is key. We cannot fight wars without that. We've come to that. As in World War II, you put a man in the field with a gun and say, go shoot him, you know, but today's military operates by a satellite and ground radar. So this system ties into satellite radar and ground radar, and that VTRPE can paint a three-dimension battlefield image over land terrain from a ship 200 miles in the Atlantic or the Pacific.
All right, so you say originally it was done to get this three-dimensional battlefield imaging for warships and then for battlefields. Now, how does that translate into something that's going to be negative for our health, though?
You're using barium salt and other DARPA aerosols. You're primarily using a mixture of barium salts to make it work over land terrain adequately, accurately.
And there are some serious negative effects using barium, and of course a lot of that information is at carnicom.com. What else do you see as being a problem of doing? Now, you're saying that this was an allegedly somewhat innocuous program to try and just do battlefield imaging.
That's how it started. Then DARPA got into it, and other agencies got into it, and God only knows where it is now and what's coming out of those planes. You see, I tried to paint a picture hurriedly of the Iranian-Contra, which was a CIA operation, and this pretty much is a CIA Navy operation. You're dealing with people, you don't know who they are, they're not accountable to anybody, they're capable of dastardly things. You see, the American people are totally out of the loop. Their reality is based on their life experience. You see, the way you judge things and the way you process things, your opinions are based on your own life experience. Most people haven't had these experiences. I was sitting at a kitchen table with a person about a year ago that had retired from the CIA, and they said to me, she said to me, they do something bad to us, we have to do something twice as bad to them. They do something 3 times as bad, we have to do something 4 times in order to survive and keep the country together and keep the people alive. And we turn into real bastards doing this, you know. And the American people are not aware that is the reality of survival in this country, you know, and they are very critical. There are no total black, total white. It's 1,000 shades of gray in between. And I dare say if some of the people or you or I were president of the United States and responsible for the lives of 300 million people, we would probably be doing the same things, and we would be criticized just like our government. There is no easy way to do these things. It's military is designed to kill and break. It's not designed to be politically correct. You know, we're coming into difficult times. Our country is being taken away from us, and the people are allowing it because of political correctness. I want to mention, Joyce, I see I'm watching the clock.
Okay, well,
here.
we've got a 3-minute break, and we're going to come back and talk about. Give me the subject title so we can.
The Mysterious Booms.
The Mysterious Booms. We'll be right back. Our guest today is A.C. Griffith. You don't want to miss it. We'll be back in 3 minutes. Stay tuned.
There's something brewing, people know that things aren't right. We're in the dark, it's black as night. And when the ones who see the truth try to convey, they're ridiculed and turned away.
Is it conspiracy theory?
But now it's time for us to see. There really is conspiracy. If we don't act, we won't be free. We must be brave or be a slave.
Wow.
The choice is yours, folks. Now, the powers that be use conspiracy theory to negate any good information that's out there. Does that mean that every conspiracy theory is a theory, or are there real conspiracies? I think we all know the answer to that one. Welcome back to the Monday edition of the Power Hour. This is Dave.
And Joyce. And our guest has been A.C. Griffith. And you talk about somebody who is being brave. He is exposing what he knows about this program called VTRPE. Now, for those of you who have been listening to the program, and I know you have been just absolutely hanging on every word, the program will be repeated tonight on Channel 152 Talk Radio. That's XM Talk Radio. We're talking to A.C. Griffith, who is associated with the National Security Agency. He had a top secret clearance. It was a cryptographic clearance. He's been associated with CIA operations. And the VTRPE that he just mentioned, there's going to be a document up on the website in just a little while. We are going to put up a document. It's some, I think, 61 pages. 61 pages, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot even understand it, but it is about the VTRPE program. I could not even find it on the Internet. It comes from Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, the Air Force Institute of Technology, and I want to thank A.C. Griffith for being able to put this up on the website. You are going to want to get it. It definitely is a keeper. Put that in the save section. A.C. Griffith, we were talking about you were mentioning the mysterious booms. Let's talk about how that might be related.
The booms are occurring all over the United States and cities. The national media is not picking up and bringing it together. They're not presenting it as one thing. Each city, each TV station is calling it a mysterious boom, and they are saying essentially the same thing. It's strange, it's a sonic boom and so on, but we don't know what it is ultimately. It is the effect of Russian interferometer transmitters coming against America under the Energetics program. And that's what it is. It's the same energy waves that brought down the Challenger, the Columbia, and the Thrasher submarine and other aircraft in America. That's what's making the booms. It'll shake the ground. It's an earthquake, and you can hear the boom rolling across the city. It is actually the same systems that cause psychoenergetics that create mind dysfunction and dizziness in people. They are upping those programs against 300 million Americans and our land. That is the same systems that are causing the hurricanes, volcanoes, so on. They can hit our volcanoes, and we are in deep if that happens. They can bring our power grids down any second they want to and hold the power grids down as long as they want to out of Russia through the FSB.
Now, there are a lot of people that are talking about this mind control, this stalking program, basically stalking people's minds. And a lot of people have been coming forward wanting to get this information. I think Raven One is one of the excellent websites on this. Is this the kind of thing you're talking about when you talk about the psychoenergetics program?
You can actually insert another personality in the person and cut it off and on.
Wow.
You can take the leader of a country. You can take the Chief of Naval Operations or the Chairman of the Joint Chief, Peter Pace. You can take people like that and insert a different personality in them, cause them to behave any way you want them to, and then subtract it.
We're going to be right back. We've got a 1-minute, 10-second break. We'll be right back. We're finishing up this hour. We'll be beginning our third hour on the Power Hour. We'll be right back with A.C. Griffith to finish up. Stay tuned to the Power Hour.
This is the GCN Radio Network.
Broadcasting from the most confused, dumbed down, and manipulated nation on the face of the planet. With all the news they hope you never hear, this is the Power Hour! Okay, here we go, folks. Hour number 3 of today's daily exercise, and thinking outside of the cage is now in session. Begging America to take off the blinders. Understand that you've been lied to and manipulated.